Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's me, Yasmin K, with another video. If you read by the title, no, I'm just fun. But if you read by the title, this is going to be a story time. I haven't done a story time in a long time, but I just feel as though we need to do this story time. This nigga keep on bothering me, so I feel like this is the perfect time to do this story time. So yeah, title situationship to stalker, because that's what it basically is at this point. And honestly, I'm really tired of a nigga, and I really want to press charges, but I don't know if cyber stalking is something that you can press charges for, or if there's something that's gonna stick for real, how it will affect me, if any, because I don't ever really feel as though that stuff do anything, honestly. But anyways, let's just get into this, because I'm gonna try to make this a short story as possible, but I just want to give y'all like details of what happened and what's currently going on, and yeah, just give y'all some warning and red flags to look for, because niggas is crazy. Niggas is crazy in a bitch. So yeah, let's just get into the story. So we are gonna give this dude a name, and his name is gonna be Curtis, right? So Curtis, when did I meet Curtis? So my first time seeing him, I went to Texas A&M University, College Station. Yeah, give them TZGs. But yeah, so we had like this little like community center. It was the DMS. It was basically like the hangout spot in the MSC that the black people was, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I'm being honest with y'all. So this is just like a little hangout spot. You go in the MSC, go up the stairs, and it's like a big area, has some computers, a little study room, and inside a couple of tables, and we just sit there. We used to play dominoes, talk, spade, all that stuff, whatever. So my first time seeing him was in the DMS. I used to go in there in between classes. If I didn't want to go back to my dorm because I had a class, I just wait in there 15-30 minutes, whatever the case may be. So my first time seeing him was in the DMS. I didn't say nothing to him though. I just seen him because it was like quiet, and he was on the phone and he was on speaker. No, he was on the phone and he was on speaker, and he was talking loud. So like you seen him and you heard him, whatever the case may be. But I didn't say nothing to him, he didn't say nothing to me, whatever the case may be. I think like our first time like speaking and him introducing himself to me was probably a couple of months later. And let me give y'all a time frame. So I first seen him, this was fall semester, so it was like August, early September of 2020, right? So that was my first time seeing him ever. August of 2020. Right? Now, me and my friends at the time, we had went to like a party. But I don't know what the party was for. I think it was just like a party after a football game because they won or whatever the case may be. And some niggas on the football team threw a party, whatever. So we went. Something happened where everybody that was inside, it was a party at an apartment. So everybody inside the apartment is now on the outside, and you know, we just parking like pimping, whatever the case may be. Me and my friends just outside, chopping it up, talking whatever the case may be. And he walked up with his homeboys, and they just talking, yada, yada, yada. We got all of their Instagrams, everybody Instagram. He introduced himself to me. Hey, I'm Curtis. Hey, I'm the baddest. The fuck? Nah, but basically that's how it went, right? So now he followed me on Instagram or whatever the case may be. And this is Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm not like that now, but I used to use Instagram for real. Like, I used to use Instagram. I'm posting on stories. My stories wasn't that long, but like I post on my story every day. I was actively posting on Instagram. So if y'all go to my Instagram, YasminK_, and you go look at the type of pictures and stuff that I was posting late 2020, early 2021. Sorry, had some technical difficulties, but yeah, so y'all can basically just like get a sense of like the type of shit I was on, how I was presenting myself, or whatever the case may be, right? So now he followed me on Instagram, whatever the case. This is like when close friends first drive. So everybody ain't that close friend. If a nigga ain't on his close friends, he basically trying to shoot at you or whatever the case may be. And it was like we was talking or whatever, but it was straight DMs. He didn't have my number. I had Snapchat, but I wasn't posting on Snapchat for real. I only had Snapchat to like see a flyer or something like that or whatever the case may be. So like he like he's trying to shoot his shot on Instagram, whatever the case may be, sliding up on my stories, posting shit in his close friends about how he want to settle down and woo-to-woo and lies. All lies, y'all. All lies. If you catch him by the title, this man is crazy, right? So that happened, and then it was like, this is probably like September of 2020, like late September, early October, when I finally meet him and give him my Instagram. We went on our first date, and still when we went on our first date, I didn't give him my number until the day of the date, so he can call me to let me know that he's outside. Yeah, I think so. But first date, we went, it was like after Halloween, because it was a Halloween party or whatever the case may be. Me and my friends at the time, we went, you know what I'm saying? It was a group of us, 3 of us. So we went or whatever the case may be, and he was there, and we was talking more and whatever the case may be. He said, want to take me on a date. So we went on a date, right? This is after Halloween. So this is November of 2020. We went on our first date. We went to the movies. The first red flag is that he pulled up. We went to the movies in November. I went to Texas A&M. So you know anything about the fall, during the day, it's hot. Soon as that sun set, it is cold than a bitch. That's fall in Texas, right? So we going to the movies, whatever the case may be. He pulled up in a Jeep with no doors on it. In November in Texas at 9 p.m. So I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know, y'all. Like, I guess I'm gonna be honest. I was naive when I was younger. So this is me at 20, y'all. In 2020, I was 20 years old. So this is me at 20. So I was naive because I'm thinking that this is his car. And even me to this day, I don't know. Maybe it's not me. I've always automatically assumed that a nigga got a car. Like, honestly, like, for a girl at the time, I didn't have a car, but still, I automatically assume a nigga is gonna have a car. Like, it don't matter. Like, my younger brother got a car before. It's not like he got a car before me, but it was on some shit. He's a man and he wanted a car, so it was imperative for him to get a car. So he went and got it. Anyways, that's a sidebar, but he went, got a Jeep, whatever the case may be. I had my hair done or whatever. And if I could pull up like the snap so I could show y'all what I had on. I had clothes on for a motherfucker with regular doors. I had clothes on for a motherfucker with 4 of them bitches. You turn the heat up on a motherfucker. You don't need no jacket because you got heat in your car. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of vibe I was going for. But so that pissed me off. Nigga driving fast or whatever. Hair just, cause there ain't no doors on the motherfucking car. This is my first time getting in a Jeep with no doors too. So I'm in this bitch like, what in the hell? People really do this shit? Like, seatbelt on. I got everything in between my legs because I don't want nothing to fall out. I ain't thinking about me falling out. I'm thinking about my purse falling out. We turning, purse fall out because it's windy damn bitch. Phone fall out. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about other shit. So I'm like, okay, no, but I looked over that, obviously, because there's more to the story. Anyways. So went to the movies, came home. That's the first day, whatever. So this is November of 2020. Y'all, you know the semester end early. Like, semester really end the first week of December. So the first week of December and like what the first 2 weeks in January or the first 3 weeks in January, you are at home. So that's literally like 8 weeks or 7. Is it 7? 3 and 3. It's 6 weeks. My bad, y'all. 6 weeks you're at home, and I'm telling y'all, we wasn't together at that time. So he was the only person I was talking to at A&M, And I had some niggas I was talking to, or not, I don't want to say some niggas, but yeah, I had niggas I was talking to in Dallas and niggas I was talking to in Houston. So when I went home to Dallas, the motherfuckers that's in Dallas is the motherfuckers that's gonna get my attention. Period. So when that happened, we was like still talking or whatever the case may be. Okay, yeah. Let me backtrack, because this is very important. So that happened, whatever the case may be, in November. Right before we went home, I remember he like texted me, called me, and was like, can he come over? He just needs somebody to talk to, confide in, da 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 da. His dad died, is what he told me. His dad. He said his dad. Y'all, D-A-D. He said his dad died. So when you hear somebody say that they dad died, what do you think? That they dad died, right? So he came over, and this is like his first time coming over to my apartment. I did have I was roommates with one of my friends at the time. So it's another girl in here. So I'm not the bitch to have niggas in and out my shit. No, nigga, I'm not doing that. That don't even make sense. What the fuck? So he came over. This is his first time coming over and first time spending the night. Came over talking, saying how his dad died. This is the dude that raised him, taught him how to do, gave him the passion in football. His dad was also a football player, yada, 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 yada. He told me all of this stuff about his dad and how sad he was because his dad died. So that happened, and then I ended up going home for a break because, of course, I go home for a break. We didn't talk that much. He wasn't even from Texas, y'all. He was from, I don't want to say where he was from. He was from Florida. So he was from Florida. I'm from Dallas. So we going home. I already know what it is. We ain't together. You ain't my boyfriend. So we ain't even about to be talking. And we was not talking. And I didn't have no problem with that. Again, I was talking to other people at the time. So he was not the only person I was talking to. So come back in January, whatever the case may be. Now this is 2021. 2021, we come back. I don't want to say like I talked to him, like we went on another date, but it was like later in the semester. Like we wasn't talking. I don't know why, but it was just like shit. We wasn't talking. He wasn't hitting me up. I wasn't hitting him up on some shit. And I was talking to other people at the school too. So I'm like, let me see what they on. Whatever the case may be. I want to say like after spring break, he like hit me up, like, you know, when you know everybody back at school after spring break, like that Tuesday or something, he had hit me up, and whatever the case may be, we went on a date. We went like out to eat or whatever, and I went over to his house. But this was like during the date, so I'm coming back home. I didn't spend a night or nothing like that. And I remember he was talking, and it was like something like the football stuff was about to start back up. I don't know what it was. I don't know, y'all. It was a long time ago. But something was about to happen where his family was coming, and he was like, yeah, my daddy, my brothers, you saying like, and I was like, your daddy? I was like, did your daddy die? I was like, did your dad, did you just, am I tripping? And he like, no, that ain't he like, that's my dad. Niggas try to, that's my daddy, but they ain't my daddy for real. So this is like basically like a mentor or something. Or really, honestly, it was his coach. So it was one of his football coaches. He like, but he like a father figure to me. Ain't no way, and I don't care. I don't fuck with my daddy. Ain't no way I'm about to be calling another nigga daddy when my actual daddy is taking care of me. My daddy, ain't no way I'm about to say my dad, ain't no way I'm about to say my daddy died when my actual father is alive. I'm not even going to put that shit in the universe. So now I'm looking at it. That shit pissed me off, honestly. I'm like, oh, you lied to me. I'm thinking like, oh, nigga just lied to me because he wanted to come over and spend the night. He thought, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm looking at it crazy because even then when you're up crying and all of this stuff about this man that passed away, you talking about the experiences and the sentiment that he had. I'm thinking that this is real motherfucking daddy, bitch. This is the nigga that had him. No, this is a coach. And I don't know, I guess I'm not a motherfucking boy or whatever the case may be. And I know people have a highly like respect their coaches, like father figures and mother figures. But if you out here calling your coach your daddy or your mama, and you got a real mama and daddy in your fucking life, something wrong with you. And I said that honestly, like I probably was insensitive. I don't care, but like no. So he thought that I was being over dramatic. Nigga, I always used to say that I'm TTG or whatever the fuck that mean. Whatever, I don't even know what they mean, but he was always saying like I'm on one. Like I go from 0 to 100. And honestly, my personality, that's what type of person if I don't need to understand, try to get your justification. You told me that your fucking daddy died and your real daddy didn't die. This is a father figure. And you could have said that like, oh, this is somebody that this is a father figure to me. He was my coach, but I view him as my dad, like a second daddy. You didn't say none of that. You really had me out here believing that your fucking daddy died. And he had like the story and all of that stuff. He had his mama passed when he was younger. And so I'm really like, oh, this boy ain't got no parents or nothing like that. So I feel as though he like played and he like manipulated my emotions in that moment to like really make people, or make me, I don't know what he was saying to other people, but make me feel sorry for him, like, oh, he don't have no parents or whatever the case may be. And no, you do. Like that shit was crazy. So after that, we stopped talking. Honestly, like this was after spring break. So after spring break, you got April, first week of May, you back home for summer break anyways. So after that, we didn't talk, went home for the summer. This is summer of 2021, whatever the case maybe he texts me, and I think like called me, FaceTime me sporadically throughout the summer, but we wasn't talking like that. We was not talking like that. He get back because he played football. They in College Station earlier than the regular folks, you know what I'm saying, the regular students. So once he get to College Station, that's when he started hitting me up more, trying to apologize, sweet talking, whatever the case may be. So we was talking, but we wasn't on that. Like we wasn't on it. So when I moved back in, and I didn't tell him when I moved in or nothing like that. And at this point, this was when I started like getting into my shell. So I wasn't posting that much on social media at all. So motherfucker, you'll have to call me, text me, or ask my brother or something like that. You'll have to try to put the pieces together to see what I was doing. So it's like 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks. I had moved in already, or whatever the case may be, of August of 2021. So now we in 2021, right? Like 2 weeks, I done moved in my apartment, whatever, and now I moved in a different unit. So a different apartment complex. So the apartments that I moved in August of 2021, they are like directly behind where he had already been staying. He had stayed there when I met him, or whatever the case may be. So the apartments that I stayed in were directly behind that. The only thing that separated the apartments was like a wall or something, like a little walking trail, whatever the case may be. So we were literally walking distance now. So now he hit me up, called me, whatever the case may be. Oh, can we go get something to eat? This is fucking crazy, y'all. He called me, whatever. Oh, can we go get something to eat? Can we chop it up, talk about it, or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, yes, right? So I'm thinking he's like asking me to go on a date. And he's like, oh, I got the perfect place, or whatever the case may be. So we drive and whatever. And if y'all know anything about College Station, like the college town is like gentrified, or whatever the case may be. Right outside of College Station, like right outside of College Station, is a town called Bryan, Texas. Bryan, Texas, if you from Dallas, it's like $7. Literally, driving through Bryan give you the same feel as driving through $7. And sometimes Pleasant Grove. That's how that shit was. I didn't, as a motherfucker from Dallas, from Oak Cliff, I wasn't even a motherfucker that was going to Bryan for real, because them motherfuckers gave shiesty, them motherfuckers gave dusty, like and then the stories that you hear, the shit that you see on the news, is confirming that these motherfuckers is dirty, shiesty. I didn't know. That's not what the fuck? My mama moved me out the hood. Actually, we didn't even stay in that part of the hood. What the fuck? So Anywho, we go end up going to this little restaurant. He pulled up to this restaurant. He's like, they food super good, whatever the case may be. The restaurant was like similar to like Luby's, but it was like a mom and pop Luby's type shit. So they got got 4, 5, 6 different meats. You pick your size, you get a plate or whatever the case may be. Y'all, why? This is the first time nigga bamboozled me, right? Why? And I do not like, I don't care. You can't judge me because I don't fuck with the nigga. Because, anyways, y'all, while we get to the register, you remember, y'all, he called me to ask me if we could go somewhere and get something to eat so we could talk about, right? Why this nigga asked me to swipe my card? And why was I a dummy and swiped the motherfucking card, bitch? Like, what? And it was like, I feel like, and now I'm not like that, but when I was younger, I ain't gonna cap, like, I was in, if somebody put me, like, in a compromising position, put my back against the wall, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna give in, like, if you put me in a position where it could be embarrassing or nothing like that, I'm just gonna hurry up and try to figure out a solution so we could address the shit later. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those situations where I swiped my card. I ain't gonna lie, I swiped my card. Oh, I got you. I'm gonna pay you back. Once we get in the car, oh, bitch, now I'm talking crazy. Nigga, you just gonna pay me back. I don't know why the fuck, we ain't been fucking with each other, so I don't know why the fuck you thinking that you can call me and say that you wanna basically insinuate it, because that's not what you said verbatim, and it's crazy, because that's what I said. I don't know why you gonna call me and say you wanna take me out on a date and then ask, thinking a bitch supposed to pay for your fucking food, right? I didn't say I wanna take you on a date. Oh, okay, my bad. Now I'm starting to, and it's crazy because these are red flags. Like, nigga is gaslighting, manipulating, all of this, right? So now I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. Insinuating like you want to take me out on a date. And then I said, even if you didn't want to take me out on a date, I ain't supposed to pay for your food. I could pay for my own fucking food. I didn't even want this motherfucking type of food. I'm a motherfucking Chick-fil-A, Copperhead Jack type of bitch. You know what I'm saying? I could have went and got me a little bowl from MSC and called it a fucking date. So now I'm in this bitch like, what the fuck is you talking about, nigga? Okay. So we get into it. We're in the parking lot. We ain't even drove off. We're in the parking lot of the fucking place. I'm like, bitch, you can take me the fuck home. Like, take me home, drop me back off. Now he know where I stay because I had him pick me up. So, whatever the case may be. So that happened, whatever. Once we get to, like, he was about to drop me off, he wanna, I'm sorry, this and that, whatever the case may be. I didn't even really think he was gonna say yes or whatever. He was like, he didn't think that I was gonna say yes. That's why he offered to go get something to eat or whatever the case may be, because he thought that I was gonna say no and that he was gonna text me and call back and try again once he had some money, because he initially thought I was gonna say no, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, whatever. So then he was like, can I just come in for a little bit and we talk about it? So I ain't gonna go. I let him come in. We ate, or whatever the case may be, and we was talking about it, but that was it. At the time, and I'm being super honest with you, at the time it was somebody else that I was fucking with or talking to, whatever you want to say, and he on some shit. He about to pull up and bring me something to eat. Yes you can. Yes you can. Pull up and bring me something to eat. Pull up in your own car and bring me something to eat, and I'm not paying for it, of course. So he texted me that. We up in my room, we just talking, watching TV, watching a movie, whatever the case may be. I get up, I get the meanest attitude, y'all. I ain't gonna care. But he was over there for a while though, and I was tired of him. Like, I was like, I catch the meanest attitude, and I'm like, he was like, well, you got an attitude, Now I had got up at the bed, I'm in the bathroom, I had like gotten in the shower, I'm doing my hair and all that stuff, and he's like, you didn't call the attitude something. What you want me to go with? Yes. Yes, I want you to go. Like, please go on. Thank you for saying it. And I said, yes, I'm ready for you to go. He's like, okay, I'm leaving. He grabbed his shit No, he just like grabbed his keys or whatever and walked out and all that stuff. And I walked downstairs, locked the door behind him. Nigga called me. I'm trying to can you I forgot my food. I forgot my food. I said, your food? I said, nigga, you ain't pay me, nigga. I said, nigga, you ain't pay me for no fucking food. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? So I was like, I'm not letting you back in my apartment. Nigga, blowing up my phone. Didn't let him in my apartment, whatever the case may be. So he just fucking left and then text me like, all right, that's a bet or something crazy. I don't know, y'all. So that happened, whatever the case may be. Of course, the other dude pulled up and we was just talking, kicking it, smoking, whatever the case may be, and he left. Now it's a couple of weeks or a couple of days later, and I had seen him on campus. I seen Curtis on campus. So I'm like, okay. And we just end up walking, talking, or whatever the case may be. And I don't know, y'all. I guess the fact that like I blew up on him and caught an attitude because another nigga was coming over there. I was guilty. I felt guilty a little bit. So I feel like that was the only reason, honestly. And he didn't know that, but I knew that. So I feel like that was the only reason I was like, let me give him a chance for real. So that happened. Now it's like, okay, he wanted me to come over here. We stayed right by, like when I say walking distance, like walking like a 3-minute walk. Our apartments are super close to each other. So he coming over there. I had roommates though, and I'm like, I don't think I had 2 roommates at the time. And I'm like, I don't think they would be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just go over to your house because I don't just want. One of my roommates had a boyfriend and he was always over there, but it was like, I don't know. I just was like, I want to make everybody comfortable. So I'd rather go over to his crib than for him to come over to mine and, you know, be laying up in there with an apartment full of girls and they can't even be comfortable in their own house that they pay rent for, you know? So I used to go over there. Now at this point, this is like September 2021. I am going over there a lot. I'm going over there a lot, damn near every day. Like I'm going over there where I'm leaving stuff. So it's one of those where I am over there a lot because we stay so close to each other. So it's like once we were both done with the day or whatever the case may be, I'm going over there, honestly. We just chilling, kicking it, whatever the case may be. Now, it was, at first, everything was cool, but it was up until Halloween. So, y'all, that's not even that many weeks. Think about it. September of 2021 and Halloween of 2021. That's anywhere between 8 to 4 weeks, right? So, at this point, I'm in his room, and I was doing my schoolwork, and, like, I'm in his, like, it was one of those where, like, okay, let me set the scene. I'm in his room, in his bed, under the cover, with a big shirt on, doing my schoolwork, or whatever the case may be. He say, well, he is in his mud, saying somebody's supposed to bring him, like, some woods or something like that. So, he get up out of the room, and he go downstairs, and, like, you can hear the door close. So, I'm thinking he's outside and grabbing some woods. I heard the door open, like his room door open. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking it's him again. It's another bitch. Like, it's a bitch that we go to school with, or whatever the case may be. And I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, hey girl, I just came here to use the restroom. Mind y'all, he got roommates. So the apartment that he stayed in, it was a 4-bedroom or whatever. 2 bedrooms downstairs, 2 bedrooms upstairs. His room was upstairs. He didn't, and actually it was a 5-bedroom apartment, 2 downstairs and 3 upstairs. Nobody else stayed upstairs but him, right? So she cool with all of his roommates. The other 2 that stayed downstairs, they was actually over there for one of his roommates. She didn't ask to use their restroom, and then they have 2 other bedrooms that's empty. They got bathrooms in it, so other people be using those bathrooms too. So she walked past 4 bathrooms, literally. She walked past 4 bathrooms to go upstairs to go in his room, right? So she go in there, and then I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm expressive, so everything I'm gonna show with my facial expression. So now I'm like, what the fuck? So I do that. Oh, hey girl. So I'm like, okay. I pause the TV. I'm just listening. She walk in that bitch for 30 seconds. She wasn't even in that bitch that long. in that bitch for 30 seconds. No water running, no toilet flushing, no nothing. She walked right back out, walk out the room and close the door. So now I'm like, what the fuck? I see the shit, but I'm like, this is odd. Like, bitch thing. So then when he come in, I was like, what was that? And he was like, I don't want to say her name. Her name was Treasure, right? We're gonna say a bitch name was Treasure. I was like, what the fuck was that? He was like, oh, that's Treasure. She said she need to use the restroom real quick, And I was like, so why she didn't use none of the other restrooms? None of the other folk. And he's like, I thought she was gonna do that. I don't even know why she came in here. And I'm like, and I was like, and I said, you mess with that bitch? Hell nah. She like little sister to me. She like little sister to me. And I'm like, And it was, but I was the type of person where, or in a relationship, like, I'm not a person where I can sit on information and just like, no. And if I feel like something, I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, So I'm like, nah, that shit don't seem right. That shit don't seem right. But whatever. He like, nah, you just overthinking. You just overthinking. That's my sister. That's my sister. We ain't even like that. We ain't like that. And it's crazy because that's the only thing he probably told the truth about. He wasn't fucking with that bitch, right? So now, this is actually, no, this is a week before Halloween. So now get your popcorn, bitch. This the juicy shit, right? So this is a week before Halloween when she came in and she seen me in his bed, right? Like that, right? So now Halloween come. Me and my friend DeLauren, we went out, right? We went out with her boyfriend or whatever the case may be and his friends. So it's like 6 or 7 of us. We all went out to a club on Northgate or whatever the case may be. And I had like this little pink look. This was last minute because I didn't think I was going out. But I had like this little pink look, I don't even know what you want to call it, like romper. It was shorts, but it had a little, it was a skirt romper. I don't know what you want to call it, but it was pink. All of this was out. The back was out. It was real, real cute. And then I had like a little pink bob. So I said I was Nicki Minaj, right? So that was my costume. I'm like, I'm Nicki Minaj for Halloween. That was a little put together makeshift costume, whatever. So we at the club, whatever. Me and DeLauren, we dancing. We you know what I'm saying, twerking, all that, right? He showed up, but like, I'm so into me and my friends that I didn't see that he was like, the club was like one of them motherfuckers had 3 floors. So, or 2 floors. It had 2 floors. So we up on the 2nd floor, and up the stairs, you could either go this way or you can go this way, right? And then the bar is right and straight in front of you. So they over there on this side. It's so dark over there. I'm not paying attention to anybody over there because me and my friends on this side. You know what I'm saying? So now we leave and we about to go to another club. And I see him over there, like, just standing there in the corner with him and his homeboy. So I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck. We was never, if y'all are listening, y'all can hear that. Never asked me to be his girlfriend. Was never in a relationship. So yeah, we fucking with each other, and we like fucking with each other every fucking day. And it was my bad because I was over there doing girlfriend shit and cooking and shit like that when I ain't had no business doing this shit. So yeah, you think I'm your girl, but I'm not your girl. I'm not about to come up to you and speak to you in public. I'm not about to hug you. You're not about to do nothing to make these niggas think that we together. Because if one of these niggas want to talk to me, I'm gonna talk to them. And that's how I was treating this shit for real, right? So I ain't saying nothing to him. Like, he nodded and I'm on some, yeah, the fuck, I'm going with my friends. So we go to a different club, whatever case may be, and that was the end of the night. This is Halloween of 2021, y'all, right? So now it's like, I want to say, it's like probably a couple of days after Halloween. It's not even, it ain't been a full week after Halloween. It's like a couple of days after Halloween. He's watching TV, like, on the bed. Like, we not in the bed, like, under the cover. We just chilling because it's during the day. So he watching TV, whatever the case may be. And, like, I'm laying, like, on the bed like this with my phone in my hand. So he's behind me, and I'm, like, laying like this. And it was some girl. We gonna call her, Owen. Right? So, Owen, this girl, I didn't see this girl. She started following me in the summertime on Instagram. And this is a girl that, like, At this is girl like 2 or 3 years younger than me, so I don't know that people. I don't know. She like in the same class as my younger brother. I don't know them motherfuckers. At this point, I'm not going down to A&M, so people don't like, people know me as Frank and One Ye's sister, but they ain't know, or Yasmin, but they not knowing me for real. I don't know these people. I don't know these people's faces. I can tell you nothing about the Black community at A&M at this time in 2021, right? So I see that, oh, she's a younger Black girl. She probably, just how everybody else is, they probably looking up the hashtag of TAMU and following everybody that's Black, because that's what I did. That's what I did. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna follow her back. She's sending her eyes in my DM. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I ain't sending no hard eyes in no bitch DM. But I'm gonna like your picture, whatever the case may be. I might even comment on one of them and say you cute. But it wasn't. She was overly, she was overly doing it. But I'm thinking that she's just being friendly, because that's how bitches was at A&M. Like, people was friendly. People just want to make friends. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. Sometimes it was bad, but I was just like, that's just how friendly people were at A&M. So I'm not looking at it. It was never suspicious to me that she's doing all of this, and she really don't know me like that. She just knows that I go to A&M. You know what I'm saying? So she DM'd me. I say all that to say, she DM'd me. This is a couple of days in November of 2021. And I'm sitting in his bed, and I was like, she DM'd me, was like, hey girl, can I have your number to call you for a second? And it's crazy because in the messages, like, I had joined NAACP, and I had joined the Matthew Gaines Association, and she was in that stuff too. So we was talking about that stuff as well. So I was like, I'm just talking in regular. I'm like, I'm dead. This girl Owen just DM me, asking me for my number, talking about she want to talk to me. And I say, because we was just talking about the organization stuff, so I'm thinking the girl trying to call me about the organization stuff. Not once in my mind did I think that this bitch and this nigga was messing with each other, honestly. So he jump up out the bed. He's like, oh, let's take a walk. That was our thing. Like, I like taking walks, so we just doing laps around the apartments talking. That was our thing. So that wasn't unusual either, because we always did that. Like, if we got tired of being just watching TV in the house or whatever, let's just take a walk and talk, whatever the case may be. So he's like, let's take a walk. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So at this point, we put my shoes on, all that stuff. We like just 2-3 apartments down. So we ain't out the door for real. I text the girl back or DM her back, and was like, yeah, and I gave her my number. Soon as I DM her back, she opened that mud up and called me. Seriously. No bullshit. And this dude is standing right here walking. So we walking or whatever the case may be. And at first it was like he had got to a point where, no, let me back up. Actually, I gave her my number, and she opened the DM immediately. I see him on his phone, like, pressing hard, calling somebody, like, and I'm like, damn. And y'all, so I ain't gonna say I was slow. I was just like, I don't know. I guess I was just naive, because at this point, I'm still not putting it together. So he in this mud, calling. And I'm like, damn, is everything okay? What the fuck is going on? I'm like, nigga, you in this mud. Like, you know how, like, you can feel the anxiety and all that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm good. Then I see, like, oh, the girl called me. So I'm like, okay, we talking. And she was like, hey, girl, da. And I was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, do you have a boyfriend named Curtis? I said, do I have a boyfriend named Curtis? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I said, I'm not in a relationship. And she was like, for real? And I said, well, but why you ask me about Curtis? He hear me saying his name. His name is, so he hear me, and he's still walking with me. And at this point, we done already left the apartments, and we like about to walk back into his apartment. So I was like, nah, I said, I'm single. I don't have no boyfriend named Curtis. And she was like, oh, okay. She was like, cause that's my boyfriend. And one of my friends said that the girl that was Nicki Minaj for the Halloween party on Halloween, she said that she seen you with him. She said, what? And I said, no, I think you got the wrong person. We hang up. And I'm in it bit like, so now it's like, okay, y'all see what I'm saying? The bitch treasure. I said, I was Nicki Minaj. I was Nicki Minaj. What the fuck? So I'm looking like, what the fuck? So now we then walked into the house or whatever, and I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, we walking in, he's like, I'm gonna explain it to you later. He said he got to go pick up his roommates for football practice, whatever the case may be. Y'all, as soon as he left, I called the girl back. What the fuck, bitch? I ain't never gonna be mad at you, bitch. Why would I be mad at you? Because a nigga both lied to us. So I'll call her back. I'm being your friend, bitch. So I hit her with the girl. She was like, I was like, girl, I had to lie to you just to say that. Because we was walking. He was right there with me or whatever the case may be. And I was like, but tell me more. So she started telling me, oh, we've been together. We just celebrated our 1 year anniversary yesterday. So this had to be like, I don't know what day in November, but this was like the first week of November, whatever the case may be. So she was like, so that means in November of 2020, y'all. And remember when I told you when we went on our first date, or November of 2020, he was already talking to this bitch. He was already with this girl. So I said, she was like, we just celebrated our 1 year anniversary yesterday. He took my virginity. This is my boyfriend. We're in a relationship. Bitch start sending screenshots. Girl, I know she was ready. She started sending screenshots, messages, pictures. Girl, how 9 yards, them on a date, them together, dude. He with the coach. She with the coach. You know what I'm saying? Even when I told y'all about like his family coming for some game in that spring of 2021 or whatever the case may be, she was there. She was a part of the family. I was like, when I say jaw hit the flow, she just telling me all type of crazy stuff. A nigga dragged her by her hair, by her braids, and put her out the house in that apartment that they stay in, or whatever the case may be. And it was times where, at this time, he was hurt. So he's on the football team, but he wasn't going to like the away games or something like that. That's what he told me. I don't know. What he told me was that he was still going to away games, but he wasn't playing. When he was at them away games, he was just with the bitch. So he knew I wasn't going out or whatever the case may be. And she stayed on campus. At this time, I stayed off campus. So I'm thinking that he in wherever the fuck they at an away game. And no, this nigga is just on campus with this bitch. So I was like, what the fuck? So she telling me all of that stuff, and then she asking me questions like, oh, have you been on a date? Have he took you on dates? I'm like, yeah, we go on dates. Do you be paying for it? And I was like, no, I ain't gonna tell her about that one time. No, that ain't none of your business, bitch. But I'm like, no, I don't pay for. I was like, no, I don't pay for no dates. None of that. I'm not doing that. And at the time, I wasn't. So I was like, what the fuck? She's saying that shit. And then I guess she's just telling me, she's asking me questions, and I'm being honest with her, or whatever the case may be. And the bitch started throwing up on the phone, y'all. Bitch started crying, throwing up on the phone. I'm not lying. So her best friend or her roommate, whatever the case may be, picked up the phone, and now she just giving me the details like, yeah, they really in love. They talk about marriage and kids, and he said that he wanted her to get pregnant her last year of school, so she really want to have his kid. She's just saying a lot of shit, and I'm on some shit like, me and him, I'm pissed off because at this point, like, nigga and this bitch trying to be funny on Instagram. Like, I'm cool. Me and my brother homeboys are cool with me. Like, they like some like older brothers to me. So if I'm joining them or talking about them, what's going on there, I might post something on my story and tag them, because that's just how I would do my brother. You know what I'm saying? And niggas got some shit to say about that. Nigga got shit. When niggas start saying shit about social media, when they never had no problem with social media, at that point, that's when you should know that he's fucking with another bitch. If a nigga got something to say, if a nigga start doing some insecure shit that he ain't never did before, at that point, he's fucking with a bitch. you ain't even gotta question it. So that happened, whatever case may be. So y'all, she's on the phone, and this boy, we was on the phone for a long time. Like, we was on the phone for over an hour, and this boy still ain't came back. When I say trashed, and I ain't gonna cap, trashed apartment, bleaching clothes, putting oil, like they had old grease in the on the stove, putting oil on shoes, cutting up shoes, fucking up dryers, fucking up everything, bitch. You don't even have no fucking cover or sheets to sleep with tonight. You gonna sleep on this plastic ass mattress, bitch. I would have fucked that up if it wasn't the property of the apartment. When I say everything fucked up, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I didn't like that. And my thing was, I don't care if we wasn't in a relationship, but bitch, be honest, you and this bitch on some shit like, you on some, you don't want nobody talking to none. You on some fake ass respect shit when you're not even respecting me. You're not even being honest with me. You got a whole fucking girlfriend. You think I'm a side bitch? I'm no one's side bitch. And the fact that you took the choice, you took my choice away from me. You took my freedom to actually choose if I want to be your side bitch or not. And you try to put me in this box like I'm just, no. So now I'm mad, whatever the case may be. So that happened, wherever he come back, and like we getting into it, we arguing. It's late as fuck. We arguing, whatever the case may be. So now I'm like, okay, whatever. Remember, y'all, this is November. So the whole November, I ain't gonna cap y'all. It's not like, oh, that happened and I just quit fucking with him. No, I had so much shit over at his house or whatever case may be, and niggas on some like shit. You know how fake ass clothes you wanna. Now I just want to get your side of the story. So I am over, like, I was spending the night over at his house, but like during the day and all this shit, I was going over there and we talking, nigga and this bitch acting like we reconciling. But I'm the type of bitch where to get closure, to move on, I need all the details. I don't want to be in it overthinking like, oh, maybe he didn't know. I'm just gonna ask the mother. I'm gonna ask the source. So this whole time, whatever the case may be, I'm asking questions, this and that, whatever the case may be. And whatever, right? So it's one time we up and we in his room and we watching like Hulu or something, and I see him on his phone. He got both hands. I see him hurry up and swipe out a Snapchat, and I see a white bitch in some fucking brown panties. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. And listen, y'all, so I'm on some shit. I had so much shit. I was like, I'm not doing. I called my brother. I'm like, bro, can you come up here? No. I was like, oh hell no. I picked up my backpack or whatever with my laptop, like all my expensive shit. I packed that shit up, and nigga, I'm in this bitch walking downstairs. Bitch, you got me fucked up, hoe. What the fuck? You disrespectful. I don't give a fuck. Like, it wasn't on no, oh, you don't need to be talking to bitches, because at this point I already know that's what you doing. But bitches lying like, oh no, I really want to take us serious and all this stuff. So now I'm like, oh, you disrespectful because we're sitting up here talking and you acting like you're being honest with me and you're still lying like hot dick ass nigga. I don't like no horny ass nigga. So nigga try to block me. I'm trying to walk out the back door, whatever the case may be. Nigga try to block me. Let me explain. Da, da, da. And I said, nigga, get the fuck out my way. Get the fuck out my motherfucking way. Nigga, I'm not moving until you let me explain. So I just turn around and I walk out the front door. So walk out the front door. I walk to my apartment, whatever. Yeah. So I go home, right? I seen my brother, I don't know what he was at class or something like that, and his car was parked at my house. I see he had left the key. So I call him and I'm like, bro, can I use your car? I'm just about to go to this nigga apartment and get all my stuff because it's a lot. He said, yeah. So I drive back over there and I'm in this mud, knocking on the door. Nigga trying to act like he don't want to let me in, blowing up his phone. Nigga trying to act like he don't want to let me in. I still got my stuff in the apartment. So I'm beating on the door. One of his roommates let me in. The roommate that let me in, he was cool. I ain't had no issues with him. It was the other one I didn't like. But He let me in. He was like, we don't need all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, I get it. This your house or whatever. You pay rent. You don't want all the extraness. That's not what you pay for. I said, I'm just here to get my stuff. That's it. Nigga trying to act like he don't want to let me get my clothes, get my stuff. You messed up, did that. I don't give a fuck what I messed up, nigga. You better go on. So then, y'all, nigga was in that bitch talking all that shit. I'm packing my shit up. I'm just getting like the little stuff now. Nigga talking all that shit, right? So, yeah, he walked out he walked out the room and he said something, and he like walking out the room, about to walk down the stairs. He said some fly shit. I pick up his phone. I chunked that bitch at him. I tried to hit him with it. It just hit the wall, and nigga didn't come back for it. So I was like, let me pick this bitch up. So he had walked out like the house, so he wasn't in an apartment. I hear him pick the nigga phone up. I run downstairs or whatever the case may be. I got my keys or whatever, and I go to the clubhouse. So the apartment had like a little clubhouse where you can go shoot pool, study, whatever the case may be. And on the second floor, it's like a little bathroom. So I go to the clubhouse. My brother's car is still parked in the parking lot outside his apartment, but now I'm in a clubhouse. I'm just going through his phone, y'all. And it was like I was in that bitch for like at least 30 minutes. I'm going through his phone. I'm going through deleted photos. I'm going through deleted messages. I'm going through DMs, Snapchat, Cash App. I'm going through so much shit. And he had some shit deleted, and I seen some shit, and I was like, okay, I seen he was talking, that girl on worried about me. She need to be worried about. Girl, I find out like he talking to a girl that I went to elementary and high school. How the fuck do you know this bitch? Like, when I say he's talking to so many people, it's just like any bitch that follow him on Instagram or Twitter, he gonna try to talk to them. He on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter. He on Tinder and all that, whatever the other little freaky deaky hookup dating sites are. He was on all of that. He had so many, when I say y'all, thousands of pictures of girls in lingerie and porn. He had so much shit in his deleted photos. I was like, oh, this nigga is. And it was like immediate turn off. So I'm in the bathroom. I'm just looking at the shit. It got to a point where like I'm not even in this bitch like trying to take pictures of, cause I'm like, I'm fucking with a lame ass nigga. This nigga is lame in the bitch. So it's crazy. My brother called me. He was like, nigga, where is you at? So I guess by this time he had a class or whatever. And like he coming back to my apartment to get his key or whatever. And he was like, nigga, where is you at? And I was like, why? He talking about this nigga Curtis just knocked on your door and asked for you and all that stuff. And I told him you weren't here. So I'm thinking, this nigga thinking like I didn't ran home. Why would I leave my brother's car? But I don't know. This nigga thinking I didn't ran home with his phone and I ran his apartment complex. The fuck. So I just go through the pictures or whatever, and at this point it's like I can keep going through this phone and just get every detail about your life, but I've seen enough that I've seen. So I go back into his apartment. I don't think he was there, and like I like chunk his shit on his bed or whatever, get my brother's car, go home, whatever. I'm going home. I'm just basically telling my brother what happened, whatever the case may be. And then like I'm walking from my apartment to the parking lot, to get my stuff. I get a call from a Florida number. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking that it's him because I blocked him, but I was like, why would he call me? So I answer. I'm like, hello. It's a girl. And I was like, who is this? And she was like, are you Curtis' girlfriend? And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, I am not his girlfriend. I said, we was messing with each other, or we was talking, or whatever the case may be, but we was never together or nothing like that. He was acting like he wanted to pursue a relationship, but we weren't in a relationship. She started talking. well, I'm his girlfriend. I'm his girlfriend, his high school sweetheart. We've been going and knowing each other since middle school. We've been dating ever since high school. I'm pregnant. When I say unloaded the clip, y'all, unloaded that bitch on me. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I said, you pregnant? She's like, yeah, I just found out that I was pregnant. She's saying back in October. She just said, this is fucking November. This is actually, yeah, this is like the end of November. So this is in between, is it? I don't know, y'all. I just know it was November. I don't know if it was before. No, this was definitely before Thanksgiving. This had to be before Thanksgiving because I don't know. Anyway, so this is sometime in November. She's saying that she had came to a game in October, early October, and that he had flew her down there, bought a ticket, woo 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 woo. So when he was talking, y'all, I think that's not that time. I didn't ever go to football games or whatever the case may be. Sometimes I used to work them, but I never like go to watch the football game, and he knew that I wasn't into football like that. So whatever time he telling me like, oh, they had something to do, they had something very important to do after or they had like a coach's dinner or something after the game or whatever the case may be. I remember the day he was just with her. This girl, I forgot her name. We're gonna say her name is Jill. That was her name. Her name Jill, right? So he got Owen that he been in a relationship with for over a year, since November of 2020. And he got Jill that he been in a relationship with since he was in middle school, high school. She stayed in Florida, where he from. She pregnant. She called me in November. She just telling me that she got pregnant early October. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what the fuck? So we on the phone, and at this point, like this is after the Owen stuff. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I don't need no other bitch calling me about this nigga. Like literally, this is too much. But she just gave me the whole ordeal, like, do y'all be going on dates or something like that? And I said yes, and she was like, yeah, cause I guess I don't know if he had her card on his Apple Pay, or if he would, I don't know what, but she was like, yeah, cause I be paying for his food and stuff, and I've been asking him like why it costs so much. It seemed like he feeding more than one person, but he always just tell me that's how much he like to eat. So I'm in this bitch like, this nigga been taking me out on a date on another bitch down. And I'm like, what in the hell? And then when I was listening to these girls, and I know I'm just as stupid. Should I call them stupid? I don't know what I'm gonna call them. But I know I'm just as dang dingy and dumb as them. Because I fuck with this nigga. But y'all, never ever will I be in this bitch feeding a nigga, buying all this stuff, doing all this stuff. We stay states away. Let me not say never, because they always say never say never. I don't know. I'm just looking at them like, I don't know if I'm in there. Once she told me she was pregnant, I was like, hallelujah. Thank God. Thank God it's not me, because both of them girls were, to me, in a worse position when it come to that nigga than I was. The girl Owen, she just had a lot of invested in him emotionally. She was young, so that was probably like the first heartbreak that she had. She told me that was her first boyfriend for real, or whatever the case may be. So she was just emotionally devastated that somebody could do her that way. I had already went through that. So this not my boyfriend. I know what it feels like when you with somebody who took your virginity, this your boyfriend, you really thinking that he locked in, and then you realize that he a scumbag and he just talked to bitches and bitches and bitches. So I understand him. I understand it. This other girl, this your first love, your high school sweetheart, you pregnant by him or whatever. I don't know what she thinking. I'm thinking maybe he bigging up to her like this football stuff, so she really thinking she got one in the bag, and she don't. So when she told me that shit, I was like, no. So at this point, we wasn't even talking. Like, I wasn't talking to him. I had all that stuff had happened. I had got all my shit. And I was like, okay, me and the girl got off the phone. And I was like, okay, I'm done with this shit. I don't give a fuck. This is like November, right before, Thanksgiving, whatever the case may be. So Thanksgiving come, we go down there for Thanksgiving, come back, finals, and all that stuff happened. So December come, I'm back home. My mama graduated, whatever the case may be. Now it's the new year. This is New Year of 2022. And his birthday was like in the beginning of January to like, I forgot the day of his birthday. I think it was like the 6th or something like that. But his birthday is in the beginning of January. I think the nigga called me like on New Year's or something, but I didn't answer. Cause what the fuck? We wasn't talking. We ain't talk all this time. So, and then like birthday passed. I didn't say happy birthday. Why would I say happy birthday to you? Whatever. So now we back at school, and it's like the first day I done came back for the new semester. So around the 13th, 14th of January, whatever. Nigga, I'm in my room, chilling, watching TV, whatever. My roommates is at home, one in the kitchen cooking. We just chilling, whatever. I'm like watching TV. I stay upstairs, so unless somebody is, you hear somebody beating on the door, but I don't know. So for me, I'm not expecting nobody. I'm not talking to nobody at this time, so I'm not expecting nobody to come over. So I'm thinking it's my roommate stuff. So I hear her open up the door, and then like I hear like a deep voice, but I'm watching TV, so I don't really pay attention. So I'm muted because I'm like, dang, they boyfriend don't sound like that. I'm muted. I hear somebody walking up the stairs, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I jump out my room, jump out the bed, and I open up the door. And I like open up the door, close my bedroom door, and step outside of my room. And he like standing right there on the stairs. And I'm like, what's up? Why is you here? I just wanted to talk to you. I'm just going through so much. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the football stuff. I think I gotta leave. I'm about to transfer. I'm in the transfer portal. I just want somebody to talk to me. I just need somebody to talk to. And I'm like, is you serious, nigga? And he's like, and I'm like, bro, go on. He was like, but you must got a nigga in there. I was like, what the fuck? Nigga try to check, like open up my door to check to see if we was a nigga in my bitch, close my door. So I'm like, nigga, go on. I tell him to leave. Don't come back to my house unannounced. You crazy. No, you was tripping. I don't even know why you thought we was that cool after all of this shit within the last 4-5 months. You thinking that we cool enough where you gonna just show up to my house unannounced? And no. So I made him leave or whatever, nigga, leave and crying. I don't give a fuck about you crying, nigga. Go the fuck on. You have a whole girlfriend and a goddamn baby mama. What the fuck is, nigga, no, you got enough bitches. So I go down there, tell my roommates like, okay, me and him is not messing with each other no more. If he come here, do not open up the door for him. Let him know that he's not welcome. And she was like, yeah, she apologized and stuff. And she was like, oh, I knew that you was messing with him. So when I seen him here familiar face, I just let him in. And that makes sense. I never told him like, oh, I wasn't talking to, and I should have. But whatever the case may be. So he left, or whatever the case may be, and I'm just like, what the fuck? At this point, like, I think he called me from like star 67 or unknown or whatever, and I'm like, what the fuck do you want? We talking, and he just vented, and honestly, he didn't give a fuck about what I was going through or none of that shit, how it affected me or none of that. He just wanted to talk about what he was going through, whatever the case may be. So I just let him talk, and I didn't say nothing. I just held the phone, literally, and he was just talking. And then when he realized I was saying nothing back, hello, yeah, I went off on that nigga. When I say I went off. I'm in this bitch. I probably said some shit I shouldn't have said. I'm like, nigga, you thinking your mama proud of you? Your mama ain't proud of you. And this whole doing all the lying and doing all this shit for some pussy hot dick ass nigga. Your mama, when I say went off, I ain't went off. don't ever call my phone again. Don't text me. Don't none of that. I would never, ever, 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 ever fuck with you. I'm through. And that was that. I ain't talked to I ain't been on the phone, talked to the nigga since. So that happened, and this is January of 2022. So by the end of February 2022, I moved back home to College Station. I'm talking about College Station. I moved back home to Dallas from College Station. I was done. It was too much, y'all. It was too much. So that happened. I didn't know what happened to the nigga. The only thing he had told me was that he would have to transfer her and all of this stuff. So I don't know what happened to the nigga. I don't give a fuck. Pop up, and it's like, I can't tell you the first time that he actually reached back out to me since then. But the only thing I know after that, my Twitter get hacked. So my Twitter getting hacked, people sending weird DMs or whatever the case may be, and I kept on updating my password, trying to update my password, let them know it's my password. Keep on getting hacked. Then I get an email from OnlyFans. I ain't never had no OnlyFans a day in my motherfucking life. So now the nigga got an OnlyFans hooked up, and y'all know OnlyFans is connected through your Twitter. So now nigga got OnlyFans connected to my Twitter. This whole time he had my Twitter page up, I was not able to get into my Twitter at all. When I say at all. And then Twitter made it so hard to try to deactivate the page. If you don't know, Twitter make it so hard to deactivate the page if you don't know the password. So now I'm in this one trying to do research, because I'm like, no, ain't no way, because I don't know how the OnlyFans shit work, but if it's hooked up to your Twitter, I don't want nobody on my Twitter. I got people that I go to school with, my family, all that shit on my Twitter thinking that I got an OnlyFans. So I'm trying to hurry up, figure out a way how to deactivate that. So I'm going through that. Hulu account is locked in. Hulu account getting logged into Instagram account. He literally hacked my Instagram account so many times. It's at a point now Instagram got you can log in with your phone number, all that stuff. Thank God. It was any account that I had linked to that email, he went in. Most of my passwords are the same, but I had got out of that because of this nigga. But it's he went in, used the same password, either got into the account and tried to change the password, or tried to log in so many times that it was locked or the account got deleted. So after all that, it had really got it got to a point where this is too much. I'm knowing that it's him. He doing it once a month, every 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm getting these email notifications, and I'm like, oh, okay, this nigga is crazy. I'm thinking that he's doing it just to remind the bitch you can't forget about me. You ain't gonna never forget about me. So I get a new email address. The email address that he know, I don't really get nothing sent to that. There's literally a play email address. I don't get nothing sent to that. I don't have none of my accounts hooked up to the email no more because of that. Even my Instagram, I had to make sure I updated my Instagram, Facebook, all that, because he was getting my Instagram, unfollowing people, blocking people that I was cool with. Now bitches in this hole. I'm looking at a bed. I see a bitch in person or whatever the case may be, and she looking all funny looking. I'm like, bitch, what's up? What's up? What's the case? What it is? And then I go and look and see that I didn't block her, but it wasn't me. Now I gotta go unblock somebody, follow them back. You know how they're gonna think I'm a funny acting bitch when it was him. So that shit happened, and then so it was okay, 2022, that was the only thing that was happening. He really wasn't reaching out to me or nothing like that. 2023 came, I'm starting getting, I don't know, they say, y'all, if somebody is watching your page from one of them websites, it's going to show up with all them explicit fake pages. I'm getting a bunch of those. I'm getting 100+ views from those accounts every day. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I see on TikTok people saying oh, that means somebody's going to your page. No, that means that somebody going to a website to watch your page instead of your Instagram, if you got them blocked or something like that. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I'm like, okay, that's what this nigga doing. Then he started reaching out to me from fake pages. Oh, him and my uncle, him and my mama brother, which is my uncle, they share the same nickname. So he like, oh, this Curtis, da da da. And when I first see the DM, I'm thinking this is my uncle. Like I see a fake page or whatever the case may be, or like a new started page. You know, have no pictures on it and nothing like that. It don't follow nobody, nothing. And I see, hey, this Curtis. So I'm thinking this is my uncle, y'all. So it was it was early in the morning too. It was like one of the first things I seen when I got on Instagram. So I ain't read it for real. And I showed my mom. I was like, girl, I said, why is Uncle Curtis DMing me? She's like, DMing you? He ain't got an Instagram. Blah, blah. And I was like, so she reading it and she's like, girl, she told, girl, this ain't your uncle. So I read the shit, long message. Hey, how you doing? I just want to apologize. I can't stop thinking about you. Everything going good in my life except for one thing. I can't forget you. Da da da. I'm like, boy, what the fuck? That happened. I don't respond. I just blocked the page. I get another DM from him. Now I think he ended up DMing like my business page or something. Like I had him blocked on my personal page, but my business page I didn't have his stuff blocked because we never interacted on that page. He DM'd my business page from his personal page. He got 4 voice notes. I don't have all the screenshots, y'all. I ain't gonna count, but I still have them screenshots from that voice message. So let's let me play it for y'all.
Yo, I know I'm probably one of the last people that you probably might be excited to hear from or whatever, but I just wanted to talk to you. I can't stop thinking about you. Can't stop thinking about what we had, and I can't stop thinking about how I fucked it up. And I can't stop thinking about how I don't want to be with nobody else but you. I don't know what it is. I tested the waters.
Okay.
There's nobody like you, bro. I came to realize,
No, but so that happened. It was just like sporadic. I don't want to say how consistent it was, but it's like every once in a while he gonna hit me up. He gonna DM me. Bro, even I forgot about that. Bro, even DM my brother, and my brother came back and was like, "You don't have to say something to that nigga." He DM me, and I'm like, "Bro, please block him." Like it's getting to that point. He's DMing my brothers. He only know 2 of my brothers because they both went to A&M, so he DM both of them. So it was like at first, it was like sometimes I tell my mama when he was doing it, but it was like, and now I'm at a point like every time he reach out to me, I'm telling my mama, and I'm like, this is crazy because sometimes I don't say nothing. I just block the page. Other times I'm reaching out, please leave me the fuck alone. Like I'm talking to a nigga crazy. Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why the fuck do you think I will fucking talk to you? Stupid. Leave me alone. Like I'm saying shit like that, and the nigga still reaching out to me. So I'm like, no, this nigga is crazy. This nigga gotta be crazy because I don't want to talk to him. No, I don't give a fuck how fine the nigga is. As soon as he starts talking to me crazy, I'm not even attracted to you no more. So why is you attracted to somebody that's talking to you crazy that's not even respecting you? So then I was like, it was one time he like reached out to me, long ass paragraph again, and I don't even remember what the fuck he said, but I'm on some shit, nigga, leave me up. And I was like, why are you getting so irritated? I'm getting so irritated because I feel as though nigga is doing that shit on purpose. Nigga want to continue to remind you that you used to fuck with him. I don't like people like that. Like if somebody don't want you to be in their life, why would you keep on trying to force yourself in their life? Force yourself to be seen and remembered? No. So last time one of the last times he hit me up, which was last year in December, in 2024, in December, nigga hit me up and he said something, and I was like, please quit. Please stop reaching out to me. I do not want you to reach out to me. It is harassment, and I will go to the police if you continue to reach out to me. Leave me alone. No cussing, no disrespectful, no room for interpretation. Everything is explicitly laid out in a DM. Why y'all He hit me up again. He hit me up like 2 weeks after that. I'm in your city. Whose city? Ooh, you don't even know me. You don't know me. You don't know where I stay. So why the fuck you think you in my city? Why the fuck you think you know where I stay? Because you don't. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Yeah, I ain't said nothing to that meaning. This time, I didn't respond. I didn't reach out. But at this point, I'm keeping screenshots of everything. I'm literally making this video just so I can have timeline and can remember a lot of details, because it's creepy and it's weird. And it's like, yeah, I've had dudes like in the past, like, you know, once every 2 years type shit, they gonna come and hit you up, see if you single, or be like, oh, you cute, whatever the case may be. But I never had to deal with this. Like, when I say I ain't never had to deal with a pesty ass nigga, a nigga that don't know when to stop. That's not cute. It's not persistent. It's harassment, literally. And if you're going through that with somebody, don't give in, because eventually niggas thinking that they're gonna keep on annoying you and annoying you and annoying you, that you're gonna get in and you just gonna talk to him. No, I'm about to call the police on you. It's like, seriously. I'm not cool with that. I don't think that that's something that you guys should play with. I take domestic violence and women's security and safety very serious. This is not something that I joke and I play with. The story may be here for entertainment, but it's also here for awareness. If you see the red flags, see them what they are. You're never too young or too naive to get out of a situation that's not for you. You don't have to go through any emotional manipulation just to be with somebody. The person that wants you, the person that wants to be with you, the person that wants to be in your space, no matter if y'all in a relationship or y'all just dating, they're going to be honest with you, and they're going to make sure that they're not getting anybody else involved in what you guys haven't going on. And that's just period, point blank. Don't let no nigga think that it's okay to do those things. Don't let society think that you have to go through those things with a man to show you how much he loves you. That's weird. No. Love is not harassment. And can't nobody tell me that. Can't nobody tell me that somebody loving you is them disrespecting you and them lying to you, and then them giving you the space and opportunity to heal by yourself, and then coming back in thinking that you're supposed to accept them since you have done the work to move past the situation. No. Nope. We're not doing that. So yeah, that's the end of this story time. I hope y'all take something from this. Be very careful and be very intentional on who you let in your energy, who you date, who you talk to, who you give your Instagram to, because something so small and what you would feel as though is a careless act can unravel into something really, really big that you could have avoided, honestly. So yeah, I did learn a lot from this situation. I learned a lot about me and my ability and my gift of discernment. I learned how to trust myself more and listen to my gut feelings and my intuition and my feelings. So I am happy, because I feel as though if I didn't go through that, then I wouldn't be so certain about who I am as a woman and the abilities and gifts that God gave me. So I'm glad that I went through those, because I learned from that situation, but I'm just sharing my experiences. So maybe you can learn from this video instead of actually having to go through it and get your heart broken. So yeah, if y'all like videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with anybody and everybody that you feel as though may like this video. Y'all stay blessed and stay positive. Peace.